Okay.
So well, you could wear your backpack on your front and put it in a pocket there.
Well, I just turned it on, and I'm hoping that it will stay facing forward. So we'll see.
Come on, Annie.
Yeah, I wanted to do this before it got hot.
Mm-hmm.
Up the big wooden hill that isn't wood.
Big wooded hill.
Big wooded hill, yes. Oh yeah, this is nowhere near as steep as a lot of that trail that I was on, actually.
It's only a 30-degree incline. How relaxing.
You know, honestly, that is not untrue. I mean, I've hiked in Georgia, North Georgia, forever. You know, I was completely unprepared for that. What? Daphne, what are you doing over there? What are you doing? What are you doing? Little babies. Go tear down all the webs. Stay out of that side. I have a spider web up my nose.
Yep. I have bear spray.
Spray the spiders.
Yeah. I was just gonna say clear your nostrils.
Oh.
Oh, there goes the day.
Did we ever figure out how long this trail is?
Nope. Hold on, you're there.
Yeah, the spider's over there.
I know, but you were wrapping around it. It was attached to your arm.
Well, I was trying to get it unattached to my head. I started to bring my my saw so we could clear it up a little bit. Ooh, look at that web. Webs, plural.
Uh-huh, there's a bunch of them.
Yes, one of them has a great big spider in it. Hold on. Make sure I'm getting this. Oh. There we go. Now you can see it. And then just beyond, another one with a big spider in it. Oop. Sorry, guy. There you go.
That's why you're supposed to take a shotgun.
I didn't remember Michael coming up here and cutting that tree apart so that we didn't have to walk over it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's a problem with walking in the woods in October. Spiders.
I've never been in the back before. It's so relaxing. You spend the whole time going, yeah!
Doing spider aerobics. Oh yeah, there are also prickly things.
Prickly things.
Which was also a reason I wanted to bring my saw.
That's called a Wolverine thing.
Go on. I'm sorry. Believe me though, you'd much rather I put you over there on that tree than what would happen if you landed on me. It would be bad. Hello. You need to be taller and knock some of these down. Daphne, you're taller. Why aren't you taking care of these webs? Hmm?
I'm running.
It's going to be terrible because since I don't know how to edit anything, it's just going to be one long musical score with us rambling
Well,
underneath. See, this would be a good place to camp.
uh-huh. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm pretty sure that's where we used to camp. That tree, but that is all died down and not brambly now.
Mm-hmm.
So, my goodness.
Oh no, the place we used to camp is still up there.
Oh, is it further on?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is where we were clearing. Caravan clearing.
Ah, yes. I've been thinking if that hide is still up here,
Uh-huh.
that might be something nice to convert for overnights. You know, you camp down on the ground and you sleep in the hide. I don't know if it's big enough though, but it has a roof.
Yeah.
So, just have to go.
Yeah.
Did I miss one?
Well, it was just at the top of my head.
Ah. I don't know if you want to be featured, so I'm trying not to get you in any of the shots.
I'm fine. Either way.
Well, of course you are. You are an attention hound.
Speaking of which, promote.
This guys do nothing. It's a bungee leaf. It's on a spider web. Did you see that? It was stuck on my pole.
Hey, buddy.
Ugh. Here we go again. Hey, Daphne.
See, that's enough. Go away.
So I'm running and doing stuff. Kill things. Which way do you want to go? Do you want to go down to the pond or do you want to go over to the hide?
Ooh, let's go to the hide because I think the pond is probably going to be 7 inches of mud.
Okay. That's where the steps for the hide are. The ladder. But that's okay. We can go to the hide. I still need to gather some brush and things. Well, if we're going to do more camping, then I need to gather it to have a store of wood. But otherwise, I'm going to be making Blair Witch wooden dollies and sticking them up everywhere.
Yep. Yeah. Gonna put them together with spider web.
Not a bad idea. It's natural, composts, biodegradable, environmentally friendly.
Stronger than steel.
Yep,
Creepy as hell.
that too. Go to the sitting tree. You can go that way and see the hide, sitting trees down there. We'll go over to the hide and then we'll go down to the sitting tree.
Yeah.
Well, it's still there. Das hide. Make sure I get it in a shot. Yep, there it is, the hide. And now we're gonna go that way. Well, we're gonna go back that way and then that way, down to the sitting tree because all of these fallen trees make it very difficult to navigate.
Yep.
Yes. Did something grab your butt? See, yes, my buttocks was grabbing it and I did not care for it. See, I'm short enough I miss it all. Oh, he's getting to be a gray old man, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
He's got a gray butt.
I think most of that is that I need to give him a bath.
Not that kind of grip.
Out of here, mister. It got me both times.
Oh.
Coming and going.
That's what I was saying. That's why I was going to bring my saw and stuff.
Check it.
Actually, yes. It's very heavy, but I didn't grab my little waist belt. I have to be careful because this has lots of soft spots. Where I have my compass and all of that.
Yep.
Oh, mushrooms. Pretty mushrooms. I need to bring that book up here next time. Start trying to identify some of these. I want to forage so bad. You know? So badly I want to be able to forage. More than what I can, which is more than some, but nowhere near as much as I would like. Check for snooks. I have pictures of racers and stuff that we found up here. This would be a good place for camping too. Except they had the feeder out here.
Well, I was thinking actually that this is a great place for, oh crap.
Hovel?
Not hovel.
Cabin?
Skyrim,
Oh,
in Whiterun.
yes.
The Breeze Home.
Breeze Home.
Breeze Home.
This would be a good place for Breeze Home.
It's 20 by 24.
Okay.
I believe are the measurements on it. You know, 2 stories, peaked roof. There's plenty of room.
Right over there.
Right there.
I mean, that big clearing right there is better than this one because this one has a lot of small trees.
Well, I was thinking that, like, those ... those 3 get taken out, and then that space is just about exactly right.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's certainly more level than that.
Well, there's very little level up here.
Right, but there's a lot less leveling that would have to be done.
That's true. And then our sitting tree, which I'm not going to sit on because everything is wet. Cool. Oh, wow. Look at the dragon fungus. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. And it just goes on forever. Look at this. Look at this. No, Daphne, you're not helping, baby.
Come here, baby.
Ouch. That wasn't helping either. It might be.
Could you?
Thank the movers.
I have stuff in my fur. It's stupid.
Did you notice that it goes all the way down the length of this whole tree? I say no, but I do now.
I see it.
Up there where it's out of the shade, it's a lot more sparsely populated, but it does go for a long time.
That is amazing. It's beautiful. 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 Do you want to go down by the pond, or do you just want to turn around and go back?
It's your day, Bunny, wherever you want.
If we take them to the pond, they'll get in the water.
Oh my God.
We'll go back.
Let's go back. I need to bathe them, but I don't want to bathe them today.
Right.
Have you seen Pamuk?
Yes, Pamuk does smell. Well, Daphne is not a fresh little daisy herself.
No, I just didn't want to tell her because she has self-esteem issues.
Well, that's because you suck.
Yes. I was talking to the lady at the vet's place, and talking about how she smiles and smiles and smiles, and she doesn't smile that much anymore. I mean, her tongue is always stuck out, and she's wagging herself in half, but the actual curl, not so much.
Really?
Yeah.
She's always smiling at me. Or every time I see her, she seems to be smiling. Daphne, are you smiling?
Come here, Foo-Foo.
Pamuk's like, that's my name.
Come here, baby.
Come here, baby. Hi.
Sit. Daphne. Daphne, come here. Sit.
Smiles.
Good girl.
Oh, what
See, I'm too hot. I'm too hot to smiles.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Pamuk's like, I went in on some of that. Okay. That's hot now.
Oh no, she found a place to dig.
She's hot. She's digging a cool spot. She's throwing damp earth up on her tender underbelly. You know, like you do.
Yeah.
Here, hold this. Where's my thingy? Come here, Daphne. Come here. Come here. Hey. Come here. There you go. Daphne. Come here. Come here. Hey. Come here. Open your mouth. See, I did not like that. I'm going to. Come here. Oh, there we go. I'm going to paint these, by the way.
Oh yeah?
Oh, yeah. One, to differentiate them from my hiking companions, because we bought a lot of the exact same equipment. And two, so I can find them. Because they just so happen to be nature colored.
Yeah, the little orange details don't really...
Not enough.
I want it to pop, pop, pop.
Yes. My goodness.
Like I said, mine is really natured colored.
Yes, it is. Well, when we go hiking, you're not going to be able to carry that.
No?
You're not going to want to carry that.
Well, like I said, my particular hiking modus operandi is I don't think I'm going to take anything that I can't just say, I don't want to carry this anymore, and throw down.
Drop it on the trail. Yeah. Yeah.
And this would be a treasure.
Yes.
You know, somebody walking along the trail and just hung up on a tree.
I was reading a book about the AT, and there was a person who, you know, pared all of his equipment down really, really light. You know how I took the stool? Because it's like I can't get up and down off the ground so easily anymore. And that was my big luxury item. Guess what his was?
What?
He took a didgeridoo.
I see.
He left the didgeridoo at the first shelter he got to.
Yeah.
You know, not a ukulele, which I've considered. You know, not a didgeridoo.
Oh.
That'd be like taking a harp.
Well,
you know, it's like my pack weighs 5 pounds. My food is 6 ounces. I'm gonna carry this harp now.
That's why Sherpas were invented.
Yes. Yep. Well, Sherpas are an amazing peoples. You know, growing up in the environment that they do, their hearts and lungs are so much more efficient.
Yeah.
I watch a lot of documentaries about, you know, mountaineering and hiking and all of that. So one of the ones I watched about Everest, or maybe it was one of the books I read, talked about the Sherpa peoples and their particular suitability in the environment, which makes sense. I mean, you know, you put someone that's not used to this climate in it, and they're suffering in this climate. So, I mean, that does make a difference, what you're acclimated to.
I always liked going south. Somehow it feels
Like going downhill. Yes. What are you doing?
Move that out of the way.
Was it in the way?
Yeah.
Was it really?
It was.
Uh-huh.
Just like this one. I don't think there's a spider attached to it, but let's take it off just in case.
Okay. Fling it back over. No, don't fling it in that. Just put it over my shoulder. Thank you.
Perfect.
Otherwise, I have to try to catch my elbow with my face, which is not as easy as it sounds. But I will find my hip bag and kit it out for just, you know, the barest emergency essentials, which is what it was for anyway.
Yeah.
When I went. That way, when we come up here, I can just grab that. It'll have a, you know, compass, maybe my water filter in it. We'll see. Because there is water up here. But I mean, honestly, I got lost up here once. I went from the property on the side straight up, and I got into a thick tangles of these brambles. You know, I found my way to the end of the ponds. You know, I've got a decent enough sense of direction. But, you know, there's a road over, well, there's a road there. There's a road over there. There's a road down there. You know, I'm not saying you couldn't get lost and die up here. You could, completely. Wouldn't even be that difficult, because there are critters up here. But it would be difficult to be lost for more than 3 days up here. Unless you got on the National Forest Service property at the end of the ponds, which is where I was.
Yeah.
Because that goes for acres and acres and acres and acres and acres of dense wilderness, so. Which is probably where some of our critters come from.
Freaking National Park Service bears.
It's not National Park, it's Forestry Service.
Forestry Service bears.
There you go.
Slumming down here.
Yes.
Eating our critters and
Just the cats.
pooping in our woods.
That's true. I have found bear scat before, so. It bothered me that the hunters that used to like to come up here, when I told them about the coyotes, they were like, there aren't any coyotes up here. Until one of his little hunting friends said, oh look, those are coyote tracks. And he's like,
dun, dun.
It's like, yeah, I told you there were coyotes up here. You know, not bear tracks, but deer track and all of that. And he's like, oh, so you know how to do that stuff. And it's like, yes, just because I don't doesn't mean I can't. I hate it when people assume that because you don't do something, it means you can't do it.
Yeah.
Oh, the other thing about poles like this is you can adjust them. Like, if this were longer, I would adjusted at least one of these longer, so I'd have a leading pole to help take the weight on this downhill.
That's what I've been doing.
Well, if it weren't for these, when I fell that first day, it would have been a lot more serious. It would have been a lot more serious. And of course, they didn't help on the dislocation because, well, heck, I dislocated my hip. You know, that was a combination of the way that I fell and the weight that I had, and the fact that I'm looking sort of close to 50 and did not do any kind of physical prep before I decided to go take a long bloody walk in the woods. All right. Daphne, where are you going? Good.
She's right back. I'm back.
Hello. Hello. All right, let me turn this off. All right, any closing remarks?
No.
Okay.